Bato de la Rosa is actually stable at number 3, no? So 3 to 5. And what do you attribute this to? You have two Duterte supporters that are in the top 5.
Yes. And in fact, the numbers of Senator Bato de la Rosa, it has remained the same. The ranking has remained the same if compared to the April 1st week. But if you go back to our Feb survey, Feb 2025 survey, you'll actually see that he came from the lower 12, right? From the 6 to 8 tier. So this means that he has improved a lot in the final weeks of the campaign and has been able to maintain that that particular ranking.
Okay. So do you think this whole bring him home, etong bring Duterte home, the arrest of Duterte, do you believe that's a factor in why Bato de la Rosa is at number 3? Because Senator Bongo has his Malasakit campaign, it's been quite strong, but Bato de la Rosa essentially just defends Duterte.
Yes, that's right. I think he is, along with Senator Bongo, one of the biggest beneficiaries of the attention, the public attention on the issue of the ICC arrest of Rodrigo Duterte, as well as the impeachment of the Vice President. Actually, we've asked another question, which is for Filipinos to identify themselves, whether to support Duterte, Marcos, opposition, or independent. Right. So we call it the partisanship question, one of the innovations that we're doing. And very interestingly, the number of Filipinos saying that they're pro-Duterte is around 40%, and that really aligns closely with the votes of Senator De La Rosa.
Oo, kung 40% ang pro-Duterte with that partisan question, ilan ang pro-Marcos?
At 13%.
13?
Yes, it has significantly declined over time.
But who were the others?
Then you have the opposition, but the next biggest block is actually those who say they're independent at 30%.
Okay, that's pretty good. So there's an independent partisan block.